If you're a project manager, you know the plan is everything. But let's be real, the plan is just where you start. The real magic, the thing that separates the good from the great, is how you handle everything that's not in the plan. Today, we are diving deep into mastering uncertainty.
So let's put you in the driver's seat. Imagine you're the senior PM. Your Gantt chart, it's a work of art. Stakeholders are all nodding in agreement. The plan is solid. But here's the real question, the one that matters. What's the difference between a plan that's just good and one that's truly resilient? Let's get into it. It really all starts with two fundamental mindsets. You gotta have both of these running in your head at all times on any project. Let's break them down.
First up, you've got what I like to call the sentinel mindset. This is risk management. This is your what-if engine, constantly scanning the horizon. It's all about the uncertainties, the stuff that might happen. Think of it as your project's defense system, that classic just-in-case thinking.
And on the flip side, you've got the craftsman mindset. This is quality management. Now, this isn't about what might happen in the future. Oh no, this is about what is happening right now. It's all about hitting those standards, nailing those requirements, and having that do it right the first time obsession. And this is where it gets really interesting when you put them side by side. See, risk management is looking at the future, at things you have pretty limited control over. Quality management, that's all about the present, the stuff you have much higher control over. One is constantly asking, what could go wrong? The other is asking, how do we make sure we do this right every single time? Totally different questions, but both are absolutely vital. And if you want to boil risk management down to its core, it's this right here. You can't control the future, that's a given, but you can be incredibly smart about it. It's the simple act of listing what could go wrong and figuring out your response ahead of time, just in case. It's simple, but man, is it powerful. Okay, so let's build on that, because this next distinction is a big one. And honestly, it's something that trips up even the most experienced project managers. We're talking about the difference between an assumption and a risk. All right, here we go. Assumptions versus risks. So an assumption, that's something you believe is true just so you can make a plan. For example, our key expert is going to be available. A risk, though, that's a potential event that may or may not happen, like our key expert might suddenly quit. See the difference? One's a belief you're leaning on, the other is a potential future event. And this right here shows you the direct connection between them. It's perfect. Every single assumption you make is basically a risk hiding in plain sight. You assume your stakeholders will show up to the weekly meetings. Well, the hidden risk is that if they don't, your whole schedule could slip. Just like that, your assumption gave birth to a brand new risk. So here's the bottom line, especially if you're working within the official PMI framework. Assumptions are not just fuzzy thoughts. They are a formal input to your entire risk management process. You actually write them down in an assumptions log, and that log becomes one of the main places you go hunting for potential risks. Okay, so fast forward. The project is up and running, things are moving along, and then something goes wrong. This brings us to our final and maybe most critical distinction. Are you dealing with a threat that's off in the future, or are you fighting a fire that's burning right now? You have to burn this into your brain. A risk is always in the future. Always. It's that shadow you see on the horizon, the thing that might happen down the road. An issue, on the other hand, that's the shadow made real. It's not on the horizon anymore, it is here. It is now. An issue is simply a risk that came true. It's the problem that just landed on your desk and is causing chaos as we speak. Check out this classic example of a risk. Just listen to the language. There is a 40% chance that the software vendor may miss the delivery deadline. Hear that uncertainty, that probability? It's all about something that could happen in the future. And now, here's the moment it becomes an issue. The software vendor has missed the delivery deadline. Boom. All that uncertainty, gone. The may just became a did. This doesn't call for a risk response plan anymore. This needs immediate action right now. It's not a what if, it's a what now. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here, and all these ideas are connected. So let's pull it all together into what I call the PM's Master Toolkit. This is your go-to cheat sheet for handling all this uncertainty with total confidence. This is it. This is your ultimate takeaway. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it these 4 definitions. A risk is an uncertain future event. An issue is a problem that's happening right now. An assumption is a belief you're using for your plan. And quality management is how you get the work done right.
Just having this clarity is your foundation for a truly resilient project.
Okay, so we've laid out the entire framework, all the key definitions, but the goal here isn't just to know it, it's to use it. So here are a few things I want you to chew on for your own projects.
So for all you senior PMs out there, let's get into it. First up, a debate. What's more damaging in the long run? A risk you never managed or an assumption you never even questioned? Next, think of a war story. Tell us about a time a risk blew up into a full-blown issue on one of your projects. What was the trigger? What did you learn? And finally, the big one. How do you actually build a team culture that can perfectly balance being proactive about risks while also being amazing at solving issues when they pop up? We'll leave you to think on that one.